My almost 5-year-old son said to me one morning, "Draw me a woman who does not fear." This August morning was 8 months after fire claimed our small home that our family had built in Genesee, California. This August morning, life on the surface was normal. Starting our normal morning activities at our rental down by Indian Creek, my son and I decided what our cardboard cutout would be. Cardboard cutouts, the rabbit I pulled out of my hat. My magic trick produced toys from what was available and free, replacing the wooden blocks, train tracks, Thomas and other engines, cherished stuffed animals, and unopened Christmas gifts impossible. I could, with my black Sharpie, draw whatever my son wanted on cardboard, color it, cut it out, and play. Our deal, one a day. Sifting through bags and boxes of communities and friends' generosity, finding what we needed and moving on bags and boxes as I needed a part-time job for a while. "That's a nice sweater you got on," a friend said, seeing me on the street running errands. Our family picture on a donation box on the counter of Quincy Natural Foods, the old Harbinson location. Shortly after the fire, dragging 2 full shopping carts to the register, days before Christmas, the store, its narrow aisles stuffed with holiday shoppers. The older woman in front of me, joking about how much food I had. "You must have forgotten to eat before you came shopping." Me smiling, then being handed the contents of the donation box by grandmotherly Suzanne Sawyer, clerk at the counter, sobering the joking lady into tears and hugging me leaking tears and trying to function. Cardboard cutouts were my art therapy. Loving books, my son being 4, his imaginative play, masterful and complex. Cutouts trended toward characters in our current paper relationships. Cutouts were constantly in play, light and easy to handle and stacked away nicely. Cutouts, the rage in our Genesee playgroup. Watching child by my side, who opened the chosen picture displayed, I joyfully taxed my right hand, cutting free, play callous. Cardboard transformed by Sharpies and magic markers into everything. A month into morning practice, my drawings were improving. The 11-year-old me who stopped drawing at just okay horses was jumping up and down. My eye developed. 2-dimensional figures became 3. Imagined characters emerged under my pen onto sometimes smooth, sometimes ripped and bumpy brown cardboard. August was a month of superheroes. Spider-Man, Superman, and all their brothers and capes flew around the rental. Cutouts in their 8th month, an established part of our morning. Breakfast over, second mug of tea and Sharpie ready. Draw me a woman who does not fear. This stopped me. This request had no precedence. Was my son feeling a lack of female superheroes and had created his own? Who was this woman who does not fear? I looked at the title stacked by the couch. The monster who grew small stood out. A great story of, you run from fear, it gains power over you and grows. Faced fear loses power and grows smaller, more manageable. I felt imagination gears shift. I drew a woman in a mask wearing a blown-back cape, miniskirt, fishnets with knee-high combat boots straddling earthquake fault. Arms outstretched, juggling lightning bolts and tornadoes foamed from her hairy pits. I didn't color her, just freed her from the cardboard and handed her to my son. He put his hand up and stopped the handoff. "This one's for you, Mom." After 1,229 cutouts, one for me. Something I needed. It took some taking. Went outside to cry, moments spoke so loudly to my heart. My child, my teacher, giving me a purple. Outside, 90-degree day, birds and cicadas, smell of sun warm bark from the ponderosa I was leaning on. Heart lightened after reality check and tears. Found my breath mid-realization. I was over my head, but never fear. A superhero materialized in the form of cardboard just for me. She carried me to a place of perspective. Commit to your fears, she said. I made regular appointments to meet my fears on a comfortable couch and have uncomfortable conversations. My monstrous fears shrank with the power of perspective.